Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today's note is actually going to be today and tomorrow's note. So we're just going to focus on the first half, so the upper page until the end of example 2. We're not going to touch 3 and 4 right now, okay? So we've talked about factoring difference of squares, which in my mind are fairly simple. You just square root that last term, make your two brackets, and add the opposite signs. Today, we're going to factor trinomials, and trinomials means we have three things. So all trinomials will be in the general form of y equals, you have an x squared term, an x term, and a numbered term, okay? So a, b, and c are just numbers, and then you have that x squared, the x, and then the constant at the end. So when we see this, it can actually be factored quite easily. We just need to have three pieces of information or three things that we recognize. The first one is a pair of numbers. And this pair of numbers specifically has to multiply together to give us that C value. And finally, they're also going to add together to give us B. So it's kind of like solving a puzzle. Basically what I'm saying is that we're going to find two numbers that multiply to give us this number, and those same two numbers will add to give us this number. So let's actually look at a question because it's going to make it less confusing. So x squared plus 5x plus 6. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find all of the factors of 6. So all of the pairs of numbers that are going to multiply to give us 6. Okay? So start with 1. So 1 times 6 gives us 6. And 2 times 3 gives us 6. And that's all that there are. Okay? We can also have, remember though, because it's a positive number there, you can also have negative 1 times negative 6 and negative 2 times negative 3. Okay? All of the pairs that we've made here, now we're going to add them together to see which one equals 5. So if I were to do 1 plus 6, that's 7. If I were to do 2 plus 3, that's 5. If I were to do negative 1 plus negative 6, that's negative 7. And if I were to do negative 2 plus negative 3, that's negative 5. If you notice, this looks like this. So one of them did give us 5, that middle number, okay? And that's where I got that plus 5 from. So what that means is that 2 and 3, those are my factors. So I'm going to write my factors inside of brackets with the signs that they need. So the 2 had a positive. The 3 was also positive. The last thing you're going to do is put an x in front of both of those terms, like this. Okay, and that x comes from here, that x squared, okay? Now we can check our answer by doing FOIL, so that's that first, inside, outside, last, or you take the first thing in the first bracket, put it out front of the second bracket, plus the second thing out front of the second bracket, and now FOIL it out. X times x is x squared, x times 3 is 3x, 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 3 is 6, 3x plus 2x, that gives us 5x, plus 6. And notice that this check has worked because I get the equation that I started with. So nice little math smiley face. Okay, so let's do with the next example. Oh my goodness, can't speak. Now we're going to look at x squared minus 9x plus 20. Okay. First thing we're going to do is find possible factors for 20. So we're going to list them all out. So I have 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 3 times nothing will give me 20, 4 times 5. Okay. And now I need to do the negatives because it's a positive number. So I negative 1 times negative 20, negative 2 times negative 10, negative 4 times negative 5. Which pair now can we add together to give us 9? So 1 plus 20, that's going to give me 21. 2 plus 10, that gives me 12. 5 plus 4 gives me 9. Negative 1 plus negative 20 is negative 21. Negative 2 plus negative 10 is negative 12. Negative 4 plus negative 5 is negative 9. Okay, so this is the one that adds to negative 9. Negative 4 times negative 5. We're going to put them in our brackets. X minus 4, x minus 5. Notice that the sign is following the number. Okay? And now let's do FOIL to check my answer. Okay? So x times x is x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. Negative 4 times negative x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 5 is 20. I have no other x squared, so I'm going to rewrite that. Negative 5x plus negative 4 is negative 9x. And no other whole numbers. And notice that I'm coming out with the same number again. Okay, so this is the end of today's lesson. You're going to rewatch the lesson if you need to. I've put extra explanations on the Google document. Try the practice problems and let me know how everything's going. Miss you all.